From up here, it looks like nothing has happened yet. Open fields between Brogborough and Marston Vale, the clay lakes catching the morning light, a railway line threading southwest towards Bletchley, a stretch of Bedfordshire that, to the eye, has barely changed since the brickworks closed. But an application was decided here: 5,000 homes, a new spine road, schools, employment land, and a waterway that, if it is ever built, would be Britain's first major new canal in a century. 4 linked villages rising from the fields over the next 2 to 3 decades. The planning application was submitted on the 25th of May 2018. Outline permission was granted on the 23rd of April 2026. That is nearly 8 years. This is the story of that landscape, that application, and what happens next. And this, what you are watching right now, is the before. To understand why this particular piece of ground matters, you have to go back 100 years. The London Brick Company was formally incorporated in 1900, though its roots in the Bedfordshire clay go back to 1889. The geology here, the Oxford clay seam, turned out to be unusually suited to brickmaking. It contained enough carbon to partly fuel its own firing. That made Bedfordshire bricks cheap to produce, and the industry grew with a momentum that reshaped the entire landscape. By 1936, the brickworks at what was then called Wootton Pillage had grown to such a size that the London Brick Company renamed the village after its chairman, Sir Halley Stewart. Stewartby, a company town in the fullest sense. The housing, the sports ground, the community hall, all provided. At its peak, Stewartby produced 500 million bricks a year. The site reached 167 chimneys at its height. In the 1970s, Bedfordshire was said to have produced around 20% of all English bricks. Reportedly, 1 in 5 of every brick laid in England came from this vale. The chimneys were the skyline here, not church towers, not hills, chimneys. At Kempston Hardwick in 1980, 18 of them came down at once, a Guinness World Record for the largest simultaneous chimney demolition. It was not grief that brought them down, it was economics. The industry was already contracting. In 2008, the last Stewartby kiln went cold. New European sulfur dioxide limits had made the operation unviable, and in September 2021, 4 Grade 2 listed chimneys, the last standing symbols of that era, were demolished on safety grounds. The heritage was there, it was assessed, it was protected. And then it was gone. What the brickworks left behind, beyond the memory, was water. Decades of clay extraction had left pits across the vale. They filled. They became Stewartby Lake, Brogborough Lake, the pits at Lidlington. The Millennium Country Park opened in 2000. O&H Properties gave the land to the Marston Vale Trust in 1998. And the Forest of Marston Vale has been working since towards a government target of 30% tree cover across the area by 2031. The vale that made England's bricks is now being planted as a forest. That is the ground the new community will be built on. O&H Properties Limited, the applicant, is not a new name in this part of Bedfordshire. The company has been working here since the late 1990s, when it acquired 12,000 acres of disused brownfield land across the county. Their track record in the Vale includes Marston Park, 480 homes built by Barrett and David Wilson Homes; Stewartby Park, 730 homes, shortlisted for an RTPI East of England Award for Planning Excellence; and a parcel of the Wixham site, where 650 homes and almost 1 million square feet of employment land have been approved. The new scheme is a different order of magnitude, 1,448 acres, up to 5,000 homes, built out over 20 to 25 years across 4 new linked villages. More than 55% of the site, over 300 hectares, reserved as green open space, approximately 30 hectares of employment land, 4 primary schools and a secondary school, and land reserved for a section of the proposed Bedford and Milton Keynes waterway, a canal, if it is ever funded and built, that its proponents describe as Britain's first major new waterway in a century. 5,000 homes. At a household size of around 2.5 people, that is a town somewhere between Ampthill and Flitwick in population, built from nothing in fields that until last month were farmland and former clay pits. The application took nearly 8 years to approve. That is not unusual for a scheme of this scale, but this one generated specific, documented friction. 12 parish councils objected or raised concerns. The communities of Marston Vale, Lidlington, Brogborough, Richmond, Cranfield, Millbrook, Eversholt, Haynes, Wootton, and Houghton Conquest, among others, submitted responses across multiple consultation rounds. In 2022, a development brief was endorsed by committee. By July 2025, a fully updated development specification had been submitted, the scheme substantially redrafted. One of the specific areas of disagreement was the spine road. The developer's proposal required it in place by the time the 1,900th home was occupied. Central Bedfordshire Council's own highways team asked for it earlier. That debate between the developer's delivery phasing and the council's infrastructure timing is recorded in the planning history. It is still the subject the new residents will live with. The traffic question runs wider than the development itself. The Marston Vale sits at the confluence of several major projects landing simultaneously. East-West Rail, the new railway connection between Oxford and Cambridge, is in its final consultation phase before a development consent order application, with construction of the Tempsford station area expected around 2030. Universal Studios Bedford is under construction, and now 5,000 homes are approved for this part of the Vale. The cumulative effect of those 3 on the road network is a concern that local councils have flagged. Whether the transport modelling fully accounts for all 3 together is a question the planning process has not yet fully answered. The transport pressure is already measurable in places. Flitwick Station, the nearest rail access for much of this part of the county, has 55 car parking spaces. 55 spaces, serving a town of 13,668 people. At the planning committee hearing last month, a planning consultant told the committee the car park is already operating at capacity. The verified figure makes the point on its own. As of filming, no legal challenge to the April 2026 decision has been publicly announced. The standard window for applying for judicial review of a planning decision runs 3 months from the formal decision notice, which at the same time of filming had not yet been issued. The decision stands, but it is not yet beyond challenge. Which means what you are watching here is genuinely the before. The outline permission has been granted, the reserved matters applications, the detailed plans for each phase have not yet been submitted. No foundations have been laid, no roads cut. The clay lakes are the same lakes that formed when the brickworks stopped digging. The fields are the same fields that replaced the spoil heaps. This is the document. This is what Marston Vale looked like in the spring of 2026, before a single brick of the new settlement was laid. The channel will return here. When the first reserved matters application is approved, we will come back. When the spine road begins, we will come back. When the first homes are occupied, we will come back. The 20 to 25 year build out is a series of episodes that have not yet been filmed. For now, this is the landscape as it stands. The lakes, the railway, the forest growing back, the open ground where 4 villages will be. The same clay that built England is now being built upon. Subscribe to Above Bedfordshire so you don't miss the next visit to this site and every other corner of a county that is changing faster than most people realize. This is Above Bedfordshire.